Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess, and I'm here to bring you an energetic update for this beautiful new moon in Virgo that we're going to be experiencing at the end of the month. The full moon. I'm not sure if I said new moon. I may have. Sorry. It is the full moon in Virgo on the 27th of February, and yeah, I just feel like this energy is really special and really amazing because it's the first full moon in Pisces season, and today on the 19th of April, we have just entered this season of Pisces. So happy birthday to all of the Pisces out there. I plan on doing some more focused and centered readings, focusing on the Piscean energy coming up. So stay tuned for that. I also plan on doing some individual shamanic readings as well. I've been doing the dailies off and on, but I think I need to do that a bit more consistently. So please let me know how those readings are resonating with you. Those are timeless, and they are meant to be more spirit focused and helping you navigate life's course. So if you have a question or if there's something that's on your mind, the whole purpose of the shamanic messages, the dailies, are to help you gain clarity and answers to whatever it is that life is bringing forth on your path. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and tune us in with the singing bowl. And let's just take some nice cleansing, healing breaths. And let's clear our energy and tune in. So here we go. Beautiful. Thank you. Move this guy over here. The rattle. All right. So let's see what wants to come out. What I'm going to do is I have a couple of oracles and some tarot. I feel like I'm going to go ahead and start us off with the shamanic oracle deck. I'm going to create some space. Move our beautiful guardian angel here. And let's see what comes through for this amazing collective. So I hope February has been kind to you. It has been for me. It's been very spiritually enlightening. The energy that I've been getting off of February, which is the Aquarius season, has been very entrepreneurial, very innovative, creative, lots of ideas brewing. So for me, that's been translating into how am I going to grow my business as a spiritual healer and an intuitive advisor. So I've been really putting in a lot of time in on the back end of the business aspect of that. And I encourage you all to visit the site, awakenhealings.com. I just purchased the .com domain recently, so I have both the .com and the .org, so both will work for you. awakenhealings.com. If you feel so inclined to reach out to me for spiritual guidance, an intuitive session, a healing session, I do it all. I'm going to be complete certification as an end-of-life doula. And if those of you are unfamiliar with what that means, we're kind of like a death midwife. Similar to the midwives who assist with pregnancies and the birth process, we assist with the final transition of one's life and assist the soul to cross over into the great beyond. So reach out if you need any of the services. Check out the website again, awakenhealings.com. And contact information is in the description box below. I'd love to work with you and get to know you better. For those of you on the fitness journey, I am a huge fitness buff too. I'm a CrossFitter, an Olympic weightlifter as well, a hobby. And I'm also training for a half marathon this summer. So if you just need some health techniques or health tips, I just want to talk about how to get into better shape and what to do for meal plans and such, reach out to me as well. I'd love to help you out further on improving your personal journey. So that's how February's been shaping up for me. I told you I've been pretty busy on the back end of things. Growing business, restructuring business, and tapping into that creative entrepreneurial energy. So what does that mean for you guys? Well, we're going into the Virgo full moon. Virgo is earth energy, and it's seated nicely in the energy of Pisces, water energy. So intuition, feelings, emotions. Virgo is also very practical, and it's all about grounding your dreams into reality. So I feel like this energy that we're going to be dealing with at the end of February is all about taking your dream, that idea, and putting it on paper, making it happen. If it's already on paper, what's the next step? Going after that business loan, looking for investors or backers, creating your brand, creating your website, marketing yourself, fine-tuning your price list, your product list, your service list, things like that for those of you who are feeling the entrepreneurial vibe. Virgo is also a very intuitive energy. It's gentle, it's nurturing, it's mothering. This is also a nice time to take time for yourself. Heal, self-reflect. Feels really good. I'm sorry. I've really been doing a lot of that recently. I've been seeing some of my friends socially periodically, but for the most part, I've been turning inward and staying home and staying within and just really enjoying this really nice energy that we have. So I do feel that right now in one, it's time for us to get started. It's time for us to start grounding in those plans and making it a reality, you know? It's no longer about dreaming, wishing. It's about doing. And I think that's the word I was searching for when I was honing in on the Virgo energy. It's about doing. It's time to do. It's time to get busy. So let me move these cards over here and let's get started with their reading. So we're starting off with some oracle cards. This is the mystical shamanic oracle. We have the Vision Quest, the Wild Woman, which I love, and the Rainbow. All very, very good cards. And I think it's appropriate that they're coming in right now because I feel like this is Aquarian energy, the Wild Woman, the air energy, you know, just going with the flow, but also being your own person. This is about individuating. And this is about tapping into your vision, the Vision Quest. What is it that you are meant to do here on this earth? And the Rainbow is all about making it happen, following spirit, allowing yourself to ascend, all right? So let me go ahead and pull the messages specifically for these cards because I don't want anybody to miss out on this wonderful wisdom that we have. So just to call out, I like to look at the numbers. We have a 6, we have an 8, 2, it's an 8, one is a 5. 6, 8, and 5s, yeah. 6 are all about balance and harmony, 8s are about transformation, and 5s are all about change. So it's interesting that these are coming through. So for the Vision Quest, this is coming in reverse. And in these decks, when the cards come in reverse, that means it's medicine. So in the Vision Quest, you face your fear, you embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. Yeah. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. Spirit has been trying to contact you but received no answer. Tisk tisk. You are too busy with your life and there's too much noise inside your head. Do not miss the call again. Make room for quiet time this evening. Allow yourself to become bored for a little while and you'll be able to hear the important message trying to get through. Ooh, I love that. I feel like this is coming in perfectly and tying in nicely with the Virgo full moon and Pisces because it is about turning within. It is about taking time for yourself. Remember, Virgo is always represented as the hermit in the tarot card, in the tarot deck. So usually, you know, the Virgo, the hermit is always interpreted as taking some time alone in order to gain spiritual knowledge and wisdom, just being alone with your thoughts. And I feel like that's exactly what needs to happen right now for any of us. You know, is we can't get clear with what we want until we can quiet ourselves to answer that question. So what's interesting is I just finished watching a movie on Amazon Prime. It's The Secret, and I think it's called The Secret, Daring to Dream, something like that. The whole point, it's based off the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and it's about, you know, power of attraction and your thoughts become things. And there was a statement in the movie um, where the protagonist came in and said, "How can you ask life for what you want if you yourself don't know what it is?" So this right here is perfect. This is saying, "Hey guys, it's time to get clear with what you want. How can you want a better life if you don't know what you want it to look like?" The universe wants to deliver for you, but it just doesn't know what to bring you until you know yourself what it is that you're requesting, right? So this, I'm getting spirit chills. This is awesome. Very interesting reading. So we have the Wild Woman coming in reverse. I'm sure her upright because this is a really cool card. She's one of my favorites, and I really love her energy when she comes through. She is coming in as medicine though, so I'm going to go ahead and hold her reverse, and we can talk about her energy. So when the Wild Woman dances into your reading, she reminds you the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all social constraints and cultural conformity, the Wild Woman holds up a mirror to your essential self, the true essence of who you are and who you are meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover the light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. Wow. See why I love her? That's just her description. This is the essence of her. It's all about stepping into your truth, being free, feeling free to allow your light and your spirit to shine through and not feel restricted or confined or uncomfortable in your skin. This is about feeling comfortable in who you are. So, excess for its own sake is a sign of imbalance. This is a warning that you be trapped in obsessive thinking or behavior, looking for release in places that will never provide it. Let go, lest you become like the hungry ghosts of Chinese Buddhist lore that can never be fulfilled. True release comes from trusting the fluidity of life, understanding that just as a river needs its banks to flow through, so too do you need boundaries around your thinking and behavior. Now is the time to simplify, be mindful, and connect to the light within. Yeah, this is interesting. So I feel like this is about focusing your energy, focusing it in. So I feel like right now the energy is a bit chaotic, or it's too spread out, you know. And I was struggling with this last week, and I could feel all this great, wonderful entrepreneurial energy coming through, and I felt motivated and inspired, but I was all over the place. You know, I just couldn't focus. And I feel like what's coming in, if those of you who are experiencing the same thing, is that it's time to get clear with what you want and to focus in your energy, or to at least scope the problem. So I feel like some of you have a wide vision or a large vision of what you want for your future, perhaps for your business. Keep that vision, but it's time to focus in on the present moment, and focus in on the steps and how to grow your business to achieve that vision. Makes sense? So it's almost like setting up milestones, goalposts, so to speak. You know, what is it that you want to accomplish this month? Or let's just say by the end of March, because February is almost done. But harnessing that Virgo energy, what is it that you need to do this month by the end of March to bring this vision more into reality, to ground it in? What do you want to achieve by middle of the year? What do you want to then achieve by the end of the year for anyone, right? So I feel like this is saying, all right, get your ideas, get your thoughts in place and focused, and also get your projects focused. Because if you're focusing on 5 different things, they all be fantastic ideas, but you're not offering quality time, assistance, and attention to those 5 tasks. So instead, focus on the top 2 priorities and really devote that time and energy into that, and you're gonna soar, right? I feel like this is about taking your dreams to the next level with the rainbow, with the power of spirit behind you. Dream big, dream bold, dream wildly. But it's time to focus in and have a direction. See, because what I'm getting off of this card is that what type of bird is it? This almost looks like a parrot to me. But this bird knows exactly where it's going. This bird is moving with a sense of purpose, with focus, with direction. And I feel like the energy right now in your past position and in your present position is a bit directionless. But the wild woman is coming in reverse saying, hey, it's time to give yourself some direction, give yourself some guidance. Understand where it is that you're going. Where is it that you're flying to, right? If not, you're just flying around directionless, just wasting all that energy without anything to show. So, yeah, it's time to focus in and to get serious and to really just let your dreams fly. So, okay, so let's pull up the rainbow. Yeah. So again, like I was saying, the rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path. And it's seen as the full realization of our essence. The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds. So there is divinity here at play. You know, you are being divinely guided to work your mission. When the rainbow appears, it's an affirmation that all is well and that you are in right relationship with spirit. Oh, I love that. It's also letting you know that the end of the storm is near. Persevere and remember that it is darkest just before dawn. Do not give up hope. Things are about to take a positive turn. But do not claim victory yet or let your guard down fully. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, so I get the sense that some of you may be worried that you're not on the right path or that something that you've been working on isn't quite working out. Or maybe you've just sort of experienced some obstacles, challenges, things that have delayed your progress. But the rainbow is here to say all is well. All is well. You are where you're supposed to be, right here, right now. Everything has worked out the way it's supposed to up to this point. So just trust and allow. So I feel like the wild woman also talked about releasing control, not trying to manipulate, and just flow. So, yeah, this is awesome. This is a great way to start this reading. I do personally feel like this is the energy that I've been experiencing all month long too. So I hope this message blesses you as much as it's blessing me right now in this moment. Let's go ahead and check in with some tarot. This is the Light Seers Tarot, and I love this deck. It's a beautiful deck. I love the artwork. There's so much to absorb when looking at a single card. I feel like each card is just like a gift in and of itself, you know? Ooh. I'm having some trouble with these cards. Interesting. Very interesting phenomenon. Are we still in Mercury retrograde? I think we are. I think, yeah, speaking of Mercury retrograde, I think the retrograde actually ends, I believe, tomorrow, to tell you the truth, on the 20th. And then we have 1 week of its shadow energy. So we should be fully out of Mercury retrograde by the end of the month or early. But, you know, I must say, this retrograde period overall has been great. No issues on my end. I hope that's true for you all. No issues with communication or technology. Everything's been great. I feel like with this Mercury retrograde, since it's kind of happening at the end of Aquarius season and partial into Pisces season, that it's been about reflecting on the past and just sort of understanding life's lessons, the lessons that we've all been through as individuals and how it's contributing to our personal growth and development. Yeah. Just a moment. I need to check something real quick. There's something not right outside. 1 second. Just give me a moment to check this out real quick. Sorry about that. It's just, I live in the big city, and the window overlooks kind of a busy road, and I always try to look out for neighbors when I can. I just saw something that was a little unusual occurring across the street, but it looks like everything is okay. I thought I saw someone with a spray can attempting to spray paint or write graffiti on neighbors' red brick row home. So, yeah. But all is well. The person departed, and I'm not seeing any external damage. So one more time, I just feel the need to reshuffle and split the deck just to clear the energy and focus in on you guys. All right, so thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, Spirit, for being here with us. And please bring us the messages of the highest, for the highest and good, the highest good of the collective. What does the collective need to know today as you focus in on this beautiful Virgo full moon at the end of the month? Pisces season. Got two over here. Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Six of Wands, and Four of Wands. Wow. Okay. Holy cow. Very nice energy. Very nice energy indeed. So you have been thinking, right? You've been dreaming, thinking, sort of brainstorming, and I feel like this is going right in line with this vision quest. Trying to get clear with what it is that you desire, what it is that you want out of life, what it is that you want out of this next chapter. How are you going to grow yourself? How are you going to make your dreams come true? Maybe even asking yourself, what are those dreams? What is it that I desire? Some of you may not know what it is that you desire yet, because we do have the vision quest in reverse. This is about gaining clarity with what it is that you're trying to manifest in this next cycle. Remember, the universe can't bring in it can't bring in what you want if you don't know what it is that you want. You have to get clear about that. And if you don't know, just keep it general. Ask for health, wealth, love, and abundance. Happiness. Keep it simple. And then just let all that just be a surprise, a wonderful surprise for you. You know, you don't have to have all the answers right now. Not a requirement for life. But if you know how it is that you want to feel, then I highly recommend on focusing upon the feeling of what you want life to feel like. Happy, stable, prosperous, loving, peaceful. Ask for that. It's a great place to start. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming in. I feel like this is you guys really turning within, kind of burning the midnight oil a little bit, but I feel like this is you working on yourselves, looking at life, seeing where you can make improvements, both internally and externally, to yourself, to your health, to your residence, to your relationships, to your career, to your future. Yeah? Coming in with the Wild Woman in reverse. And remember, the Wild Woman was all about freedom and liberation. But too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. So it's time to sort of temper this and get focused. I feel like that's exactly what you're doing right now, is you're focusing that energy, scoping it in, bringing it down to something that's workable, something that you can manipulate, something that you can turn that idea into something tangible. That idea of a business is now becoming an actual business. Maybe you're going for that business loan. Maybe you're putting an offer on some retail space. Maybe you're figuring out when you want your grand opening to be to welcome in tangible customers. Yeah. So this is taking that idea and making it real. And then with the rainbow, we have victory. Victory with the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. Victory and celebration. This is a whole new future coming in. And this is being clarified by the rainbow, the spirit of the rainbow. Happiness, abundance, friendship, family, love, success, overall success. You just have to trust, release, and let go, because it's coming in for you. It is coming in for you. Oh, I love this. Such a beautiful reading. What a wonderful way to close out the Aquarian season. It's very Aquarian here, filled with the Piscean energy of intuition, feelings, and emotions. But the Aquarian energy is all about the ideas, the innovation, the entrepreneurship, the business creativity, the desire to go after what it is that you want. Yeah, just gotta make it happen. Do one more row, and then we're gonna close out with the Key L tarot. And I love that tarot. It's beautiful feminine energy. Wow. Okay, something here is getting started. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Fool coupled with the Lovers in reverse. Yes. Wow. Something is manifesting something big. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Something wants to come in for you, but it's all about getting clear with what it is that you want. This pentacle can't come in until you're clear. And this is something that we keep talking about with this vision quest. Yes. Opportunity is knocking at your door. There's something here that it's a new beginning that you're desiring. I'm seeing this here. A new beginning, a new future, a new opportunity, new offers, getting ready to start, getting ready to line up for you. And remember, just because it's happening now doesn't mean that all this is going to happen this week. But the energy that we're talking about now is something that's going to manifest over time. It's just getting started right now in this beautiful Aquarian, Piscean cusp energy, focused in, nurtured by the Virgo full moon. We have the King of Wands coming in. And I feel like this is you guys really getting into in alignment with yourself. The King of Wands is someone who is a leader, someone who's charismatic, and who's a visionary. And I feel like this is your time right now to get silent, to get still, flow with the Virgo energy, and tap into what you're going to create. He's a creator, okay? He sees the big picture. And we talked about that. We talked about your big picture with the Wild Woman, you know? We talked about how your vision be high level. Perhaps you already envision your business succeeding, turning it into a multi-million-dollar business with perhaps locations nationwide, for example. Big picture stuff. But how do you make that happen today? From your home office, from the idea that it is, one step at a time. And this energy, the King of Wands, is you guys getting clear with how you're going to make that happen. You not know how it's going to happen, you just know it's going to happen. But the energy of the Virgo full moon will help bring that element of practicality, reality into your dream to make it succeed and prosperous. Yeah. So we have the Fool coupled with the Lovers in reverse. You be deciding to go on this adventure alone. I feel like this is not so much a love reading. I'm feeling that the Lovers here is representing you and a business partner, or you sort of shopping for business partners, investors, just people who can be part of your network. But I think you're being selective. I think you are. This is also getting into alignment with yourself. But I feel like there's a lot of solitary energy here, that you're just enjoying the process of doing this on your own, and you're taking a leap of faith with this, with the Fool card. And I love it because she's following her intuition. I love that she's holding a piece of amethyst in her hand. Let me pull this up to the camera. Yeah, amethyst is a beautiful crystal to work with. It's all about intuition. It's all about focusing in your emotions and aligning yourself with spirit. And I feel like this could also represent that as well. You getting alignment with yourself, your higher self, and then connecting with spirit as well. Taking that leap of faith, following your intuition. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. How much time do we have? This is going a little long. They're telling me to do another round. We'll do one more, and we're going to close up with the key L. All right, so let's just see what we get. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. Yep. Balance, harmony, happiness, reciprocity, equal give and take. I'm hearing new karma. New karma. Yeah. Page of Cups in reverse, getting into alignment with your emotions, with your feelings. This could be also a bit of a creative block, followed by the Two of Swords in reverse. So you have some decisions to make, but I feel like this is about getting out of your own way. I feel like this is about not letting the patterns of the past impede your success. Make sense? Not allowing yourself to fall prey to your previous behaviors, your previous ways of thinking, your previous ways of doing business. This is about clearing the decks and adopting a new way of thinking. So when the Page of Cups comes in reverse, this is about creativity, but it's a bit all over the place. And I feel like it's just about getting comfortable with a new vibe, with a new way of thinking, with a new way of behaving, with a new way of approaching life. And it's settling into this energy, and you have the Two of Swords here. So I feel like this is saying, you know what? You have to cut out certain people from the past, certain energy from the past, certain ways of thinking from the past, because that's going to prevent this beautiful flow from coming through. You don't want to hinder this energy. I'm also here and get out of your own way. Time to take off the blindfold and to face your new future and not be afraid of your new future. Remember, you have the power of spirit behind you with this rainbow card. There's nothing to fear here at all. Fear is just an element of your ego, and your ego has nothing to do with spirit. So trust your intuition, like this young lady is getting ready to take a leap of faith, holding this amethyst, which suggests intuition, getting into alignment with yourself and your higher self. Yeah, this fear is an illusion. It's just an illusion. Bottom of the deck, yep, Ace of Swords, clarity in reverse. So this is impinging upon your ability to see things clearly. So just clear this. Know that you're on the right path. Trust that the universe has your back and that it's working on your behalf. Always. So this is the Key L deck that I've been raving about. And I love it. It's all about feminine energy, and depicted in each of the oracle cards are these beautiful feminine figures. Goddesses, fairies, just women of strength, women of wisdom and spiritual power. And the messages are really, truly spectacular. So we have Jocelyn coming in for you all. And I do have to read from the guidebook because these messages are just gorgeous. So Jocelyn, she who persists. Yeah, perspective, defiant, persistent. I feel like this is perfect, a perfect archetype for you right now in the collective to move forward with your goals, hopes, and dreams. Jocelyn, she who persists, wears a scarf on her head while baring her arms to the world. She will not be pigeonholed by society. And I feel like this is exactly what's going on right here with the Two of Swords card. We talked about this, getting out of your own way, that this is ego. Maybe some of you do feel pigeonholed, and this is about clearing karma. The new karma we talked about, not letting energy or activity of the past impede your success for the future. So she will not be pigeonholed by society. She is on a quest to find herself in a way that makes sense to her own inner voice. Even though others around her try to get her to think a certain way or believe only one set of ideas, Jocelyn refuses to limit her perspective. Her goal in life is to live, so she is noticed for doing things she holds important. It's not an easy path, but Jocelyn will persist. Jocelyn reminds you to take stock in your personal values and to ask yourself what you are willing to do to defend them. Nothing comes easily when she who persists shows up. She challenges you to prove you are willing to put forth the effort for things you believe in. Owning your own power can be frightening. Others may not stand behind or beside you. Will you persist anyway? Interesting. So see, I feel like she's perfect for coming in for this reading. We're going to put her right here front and center because I feel like her energy is summing up everything that we discussed in your reading. So here's some journaling topics if you would like some extra homework for your spiritual growth and to help with clarity of mind. Here's some questions. What personal values are important to me? Am I prepared to face challenges? And how can I own my own power? Yeah, that's an important question. How can I own my own power? I feel like that's exactly what you're dealing with right now. And then also getting out of your own way, pursuing your goals, being persistent in moving forward with the life that you desire. All right. So that's all I have for you. I hope this resonated. Please comment below, like this video, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And I hope to see you soon. Please reach out to me on awakenhealings.com. Shop with me on Etsy, Awaken Healings on Etsy, where I specialize in beautiful salt blends. All right. Have a wonderful Virgo full moon. We'll see you soon. Take care. Love and light. Bye-bye.